Okay, we're going to start this section on Microsoft Office by first of all logging into your Office account. Now there are two ways you can do that. If I start this page from Google, this is how you might start at home, and the two different ways are first of all to search on Google for office.com. So let's try that. If I just type into Google office.com and press enter, then we're given these choices on Google for different websites to go to, and one that we want is this first one. Might not always be in the same order for you, but you want to log in to Office 365. So when I click on that, that takes me to the login page. Yours might look slightly different because this computer knows me because I've used it on a regular basis, so it knows my email address for office.com. Okay, so that's one way, by using Google. Let's just go back to Google and show you the second way. The second way is, rather than searching for the website in Google, we can just type the web address for the website up here on the web address line. And you can see at the moment that it says google.co.uk. In other words, it's showing the web address for this web page. Okay, now if I click on the web address line, that highlights the web address, and if you remember, when something's highlighted like that, you don't have to delete it, you can just type and it will go over the top of that. So if I now type 3Ws full stop office.com and press enter, that takes us to the same site, to the Office login site. Okay, now as I said, it might look slightly different to yours, but yours should still say sign in. So to sign in, you'll click on the sign in button. Now in your case, first of all, it will probably ask for you to type in your email. And once you've typed in your email address, you click on next, and it will then bring you to this page. So remember, on yours, type your email in first, click on next, and then it'll bring you to this page where you type in your password. Both are on your sheet. Okay? Once you've typed your password in, click on the sign in button. Then you might get this. In fact, you should get this at home. Now this is saying, do you want to stay signed into Office 365 on this computer? Well, if you were in the classroom at Dorchester or Weymouth, you'd say no, because those computers are shared. But on your own computer, you can always say yes to save you having to sign in every time. So we'll click on yes, and that then signs us into Office 365, and we arrive at this web page. Okay. Now again, your Office 365 page will look similar to mine, but not the same, because mine is showing some documents that I've opened in the past week or two. You can see some of the ones that we've used in sessions, so the graphics presentation I used and the presentation on computer security. So yours might still be a bit blank around this area, but you will have, down this left hand side, the different pieces of software that you can use on Office 365. And what I'm going to do now is just quickly run through these, or most of them, and show you what each one does. First of all, notice that when you point at these little symbols or icons, you get what's called a tooltip. So here it says Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and so on as we work our way down. So the tooltip is telling you what the software is. So if I click on the Word icon, that takes us into Word, and we can open a new blank document. And Microsoft Word is used to type up documents where you want text and images mixed together. So this is our blank page. In a minute now we're going to get some symbols across the top. Here it comes. And this is the piece of software that we used when we're doing the field mouse task a week or so back. Okay, so any document you want to produce, such as letters or flyers, that sort of thing, that are combining text and pictures, you would use Microsoft Word to do that. Still waiting for some icons. Let's see if they turn up. There they go. Okay, so similar icons to what we've used in the lesson, and we've got the menus at the top, the file menu, insert and so on to put pictures in, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's Microsoft Word. Close that one. Second icon down, as it says there, is Excel. That's the green icon. Click on that. And we go to a similar menu, but instead of new document, it now says new blank workbook. Click on that. And that opens what's called a spreadsheet. So a spreadsheet is basically a grid. You can see the grid here. And any cell, any box on the grid can be identified, if I click, let's say here, by the column letter and the row number. So that cell would be called I5. Click over here, that cell would be called M7. And if I click there, that cell would be B3, and so on. Okay, so it's an arrangement of cells to make a large grid. And we can do lots of calculations. Spreadsheets are used to do calculations such as accounts and that sort of thing. And again, we'll be looking at that later on in the course. That's Microsoft Excel. Back to our menu, Word, Excel and PowerPoint. So PowerPoint, click on that. Similar symbol again for a new blank one. And it's PowerPoint that I've used with you in most of the sessions when I've given you a presentation. This is the software that you use to make a presentation. Again, we'll be coming to this later on in the course. We'll be doing a bit of practice with it. But what we've got at the moment is just one slide, and we can add slides to this to make a complete presentation. Similar menus, look. So again, we've got insert if we want to put pictures in and so on, but we'll look at that in detail later. So we're working our way down. Next one down is the one that we're going to look in a bit more detail today at, and that's email, which they call Outlook. So when I click on Outlook, that takes me into my email account. So when you click on Outlook, it will take you into your email account that you have an email address for. Okay, so here's my email account. Lots of emails in mine because I've been using it for quite a while now with Skills and Learning. So to look at the email account in a bit more detail, watch the next video.